Okay, hi everyone. We are here live today with JP, one of the developers from Walkabout Mini Golf, to take a look at the new Journey to the Centre of the Earth DLC course. Hi JP, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing, Craig?
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Really good to have you here
Very
today.
nice. Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, obviously, this is the first DLC launch under, well, it's come out since the PSVR 2. The PSVR 2 version has launched. But it's certainly not your first added course. You've been churning them out at some rate ever since 2020.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This year has been definitely an uptick in our turnaround time for getting new courses out. I think we're maintaining about 6 weeks or up to 9 weeks for 2023, and that's just a big reflection of 2022 and the past years exploding and the fan support and the team being able to grow up to the size it is now of 25. So, yeah, it's been a good year so far. And like you said, this is our first PSVR 2 DLC launch, but I think it's probably our fourth this year. We started with Atlantis, then Temple at Zazura. My mind's a little bit all mushed around. Did we have Upside Down this year? I
Upside
might be
Down, I
mixing
think.
things
I
up.
think Upside Down was this year. Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got, obviously, like you said, Journey to the Center of the Earth. So, yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I mean, the level of commitment to the game is just—it's incredible, to be honest. Like, I know myself and many of my friends and a lot of our audience are just—they're so into this game. They love it, and to see it supported as well as it has been, it's just been incredible. It really has. And so, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really excited to have you on here today.
awesome. No, yeah, super excited to play with you and talk a little bit about the course we got here. So, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we'll jump in then, and we can talk as we go.
sounds good.
Okay. So we'll load in here. Just set this controller down. Right. So I have played this course once so far. So I've got a wee bit of an idea what I'm doing, but not
Okay,
massively.
good to know. I was wondering, who's got the advantage here? Should be me, but you never know. Sometimes we
Yeah,
don't always, as devs, get in it as much.
I think it'll be you. Yeah, I specifically asked PR for the team's worst player, and I don't think that's what I've got. So I'm concerned. I would say about how this might go.
I got faith in you. Yeah, our art team really knocked it out of the park with this one. Most of my work over the past 8 months or so since I joined the team has been on the PSVR 2 port.
Right.
And so now I'm getting more into the course releases. So this is one of the first ones that I gotta dive a bit into, and in particular work a bit on the flashlights for the hard course. So that was a bit of fun
Excellent.
to work on.
Superb. Okay. Oh no. And so, what is your history then as a developer before you came on board with the team?
Yeah, so I went to college for computer engineering. Graduated about 2016, and then my first game development studio was with Phaser Lock, another VR studio who made Final Assault on PC VR, and then most recently came out with a Primal Hunt, first-person bow shooter for Quest. But yeah, so I've kind of been around real-time strategy, first-person shooter, now on to mini golf sports. So just trying to do everything in VR, I guess.
It's a good place to be, I would say.
Oh yeah, super happy to be here. The community is fantastic, and just there's so much opportunity in this space right now, and all the cool new technologies. I'm sure you watched. There was a Meta showcase the other week, and then we had the PlayStation.
Yeah.
You kind of showcased before that, and then we had the WWDC with Apple showcasing that spatial computer. So yeah, just continually exciting times.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's something I've been on board with since the launch day of the PSVR, the PSVR one. I absolutely love it. Big fan of the technology, and it's just, yeah, I just think it's going from strength to strength. It really is, and with this game especially, I'm not just saying this because you're on the stream with us, but like I think it's peak VR. It really is. It lends itself so perfectly to the technology, and it just there's a bit of luck there.
Wow, nice job. No, you guys, it's pure skill. You've been practicing that for the stream.
Yep,
Nice.
I'll take that.
But yeah, no, absolutely. This Walkabout, Mighty Coconut has done a fantastic job in understanding the VR space as it is right now, and creating something that really works for where everything's at this moment, right? We've got a lot of people jumping into VR for the first time, who may not be big video gamers in general, and it works really well, right? It's something that everybody can understand when they're looking at it in the store, and keeping the controls super simple, but the environment's super engaging as well for VR veterans. So
yeah,
it's just nice to have another title that you can. I'm going for the risky shot here. It's not gonna go well.
Oh,
Ow!
almost.
But somewhere you can show off VR to your friends and family and go, here's a very enjoyable but also very user-friendly title. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's one of the things that that this game is absolutely captured. Like, I've got an uncle who's in his 60s, and gaming is certainly something that he's never taken to. It's not his generation, but he is an avid golfer. And at Christmas time, I was telling him about, at the time it was the Quest 2, and I said, well, I've got this golf game, it's brilliant, you'd love it. And he dismissed it. He wasn't interested. I'm not going to lie, but
yeah,
a few drinks got flowing. I managed to get the headset on him, and after that, I couldn't get it off him. He was on it all night.
Nice.
He was nearly for buying one himself.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, I definitely think that is still one of the challenges. Is it's really hard to explain to people VR and how good it can be. Whether it's Walkabout or another game, showing them images that are 2D just don't do it justice, and they really just need to get in there for themselves. But,
yeah.
So I'm glad you're able to get them in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Do my best. And so obviously you haven't been with the team as long, but what is your sort of process when you are thinking of DLC courses like this? Obviously, it's based on, well, there was a film in 2008. It was originally a book, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the Jules Verne kind of grouping, right? We got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea already. Now we've got Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then we still have the Coming Soon. I'm 99% of the title, but I have pulled a Tom Holland and released things, so I'm not going to say go to the course selection, confirm what that course is, so I don't say the wrong thing. But yeah, no. So as far as the Jules Verne courses go, they're based off of the novelist Jules Verne, who I learned about working here. Really a pioneer for science fiction. And yeah, all these courses are based off of his novels. But as far as the overall process, we have, I think, around 13 courses in development at any one time.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, they're at different phases in the development process. So, while I'm working on some last minute touches for Journey, we've got, another set of the team working on set decorations for another, and another part of the team working on lighting for another. So it's really, again, Mighty Coconut's done a great job with the production pipeline and keeping things moving forward. So all that is to say is, courses that are coming out now have been working on for a while.
Right.
I want to say it takes 8 to 9 months. I may be off on that. So as far as the decision process, we do have a group of team that works on that. You know, whether it's going to be an IP like Myst or Jim Henson's Labyrinth, or is it going to be based off of novels, Jules Verne, right? Or you know, like we've got courses just based off of some real world, like Arizona Modern. But yeah, it's a bit. There's a wide grouping of, you know, where we kind of work from there. But another interesting thing is definitely try to mix it up. Thank you. Where we're pushing the envelope with each course. So, right, we had Upside Down, definitely one of the more controversial courses because you're asking players to putt in different ways. But you've got gameplay pushing there, and then you've got Atlantis with the animation and the sea life. And then you've got, you know, Journey to the Center of the Earth here, where there's a lot of lighting challenges.
Yeah.
Just overall, you know, tech art challenges of, you know, these courses are massive, but you've got inside the cave, outside the cave. So basically trying to mix it up so we're not straining each department too much back to back. So we'll say like, oh, this course is gameplay heavy. The tech, the devs are going to be, you know, that's going to be kind of their opportunity to push the envelope. And the next time, you know, our lighting department gets their challenge. And so it's good. It feels, you know, from the outside that the pace is super fast, but it's going really well at spreading out the load. So that's my short answer, by the way. Apologies.
No,
it took three holes to answer. How do we come up with holes? And I still don't think I directly answered it.
no, honestly, it's absolutely fascinating because every course, the courses come out and they're so much different from the ones before it, and just everything about it. Like I'm fascinated. I'm absolutely fascinated by it, and yeah, like interesting. You mentioned Upside Down there. Me and two of my friends did a stream last night on the found one of the balls.
Nice.
On the what did we do first? I can't remember. We went for a more traditional course first, and then the drinks were flowing by the time we got to Upside Down, and one of the boys had too many, and by about halfway through, he couldn't comprehend the fact that the ball was on the ceiling, and so we're trying to get through this stream, and me and the other guy, we just left him for about 5 minutes while you could see his wee avatar looking around the ground looking for his ball, and he didn't think to look up once. Absolutely brilliant. It's the type of thing you can only get in this game, and it's just, it's fantastic. It really is.
I feel like you planned that out on your friend there. We're going to get the drinks flowing, and then we're going to put you in the trippiest course that we have yet. So,
I mean, to be fair to him, I did say, how many drinks have you had? And he said, just a few. And that was clearly an absolute lie. So it's on him, I would say.
Nice shot.
But yeah, it's just, it really is. I'm constantly impressed with the new holes that come out, and obviously, like for anyone watching this, if you haven't played the game before, getting under par or more than 10 of the secret balls, that then unlocks the harder course, which is usually it's referred to as the nighttime course, and that has also a fox hunt where you can unlock some new clubs as well. And that's one of the aspects of the game that I just, on paper, it sounds really simple almost, like, oh, there's collectibles in the game, but see when you're playing it with friends, well, if you've got 4 of you, and you've got to wait a wee bit for your turn, so see being able to fly around looking for a new ball, doing a fox, it's such a clever idea. It really is.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's just the right amount of, you know, a side thing to do, like you mentioned, is it's not too much to where it takes away from, what we're doing here, mini golfing, and making people delay their turns or whatnot, but it is enough to get you kind of exploring and check out these amazing environments. That's the other thing is,
oh, they're incredible.
It gets you moving around, so that's always great.
Yeah, it took me ages to realise that you could fly. I'd been playing this game for about 2 years on the Quest before I realised you could do this. I must have missed it.
We're trying to be better about that actually over the past 8 months as we did that whole main menu hut kind of redesign.
Yeah.
Right? And the right side has the kind of like news bulletin, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Hey, there's a new course, or we try to put in there tips as well, and it dynamically updates based on have you done those yet. If you haven't flown yet, it should throw that tip into the mix there.
Right.
But once you've done it, then it takes that out. But yeah, we definitely there's a handful of those things that I was the same way when I started. I was like, oh, we can fly. Oh, in practice mode, I can pick up my ball and throw it. Or undo a shot in practice mode. So. Yeah, definitely want to make sure players know all the fun and crazy things they can do here.
Definitely.
Ooh. No.
Oh, close. And so, is there any... I mean, not that the game needs it by any means, but is there any ideas of maybe new types of modes or features or that could come to the game? Or
I'll say there's definitely ideas that are very far and wide. Nothing announced, nothing guaranteed, but that's unfair.
Can't believe it.
Such a beautiful shot. Yeah, I mean, just on a personal level, not really speaking for Mighty Coconut, that's definitely something I personally am interested in. Now, whether or not it makes sense for the game or the team and that, we'll have to see. But yeah, I definitely think mixing it up a bit is something that interests me personally. So
yeah,
but no announcements on that. So
yeah, like I say, it certainly doesn't. It's not a game that needs it. Everything it does so well. I was trying to think actually before we did the stream. Is there anything that I could even think of that I would like to see added? And one of the only things I thought was maybe I don't know if you were doing maybe a 5 or 6 player game, if you could have almost like a last man out, so whoever did worst on the last hole could maybe drop out. Like little kind of sudden death games like that, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. There's definitely we support up to 8 players in the private rooms like we're in right now.
Yeah.
And we have heard that the game can go a bit slow when you get that many people in there, especially with it being a turn-based game. So, there's definitely been the community talking about interest in not basically everyone shoots at the same time. Again, nothing announced, but just letting the community know that we see that stuff and conversations, do go on with all the feedback that we get. So, really, really excited to see what we do in the future. Nice shot.
Yeah, it's sort of speaking a little bit about the future. I suppose in this sort of situation, normally I would sort of ask, is there plans for a sequel? But I can't imagine there would be, because I honestly don't know how you would necessarily improve on this other than bringing out new courses, which you can do within the same hub. Yeah,
no announcements on a Walkabout 2 or anything like that right now. We're really happy with. Oh, look at you!
I did not mean that. That was luck.
Nope, it's just like the hole-in-one. You planned that. That was.
I'll take it again.
But yeah, no. I mean, we're super happy with how things are going right now, and again, the awesome support from all of our communities, and now getting the PlayStation community behind us as well, and being able to continually deliver these courses. So. That's our plan right now for the foreseeable future is continue to pump out, high quality courses for players at a solid pace. And like you're saying, we've got a good number of courses now. I think this is our 11th DLC, and there's 8 base games or 8 courses that come with the base game. So it's getting up there for number of courses in a single game, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, like I genuinely don't know. Like the mechanics for me are, I don't see how they're going to get better. It's completely representative of a game of mini golf, and it's exactly what you would want. Like I genuinely don't know how you necessarily would, other than bringing out new courses, which, like I say, you continue to do at a really impressive rate. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, there's definitely a lot of little things that could be added, but you do wonder at what point do you kind of bloat a game with those types of things. But so I'm glad I'm an engineer. I get paid to implement, not as much to be creative. So thankfully there are smarter minds and more creative minds than my own. I just help bring the vision to life. But yeah, no, I agree though. It's really good at again being simple, but not too simple to where you're kind of like, okay, this isn't stimulating, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Just a wee second. Yeah. So. I mean, I'm just looking at the comments just now. So we've had the writing from Frankie who said, "I can't express how much I love this game. It's literally the reason I bought a Quest 2." And I can sort of relate to that because I know multiple people who, off the back of playing this game, have done the same. I think it's a proper system seller. We actually had a guy watching our stream last night, and halfway through, he was away pricing up how much a Quest 2 is going to cost him.
Nice. Well, Frankie, right? That's you said. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, like I said, the love from you guys is awesome and fully appreciated, and keeps us going here at Mighty Coconut. So yeah, just super happy to be working here and making games that you and everybody else enjoys here. Well, that was an interesting one. I saw like an extra hop there. We got a hidden mushroom on this hole or something?
I'm going to have to try and rescue this here. Oh, just...
Oh, nice.
Just...
I did want to shout out to our PlayStation players that with this update, whether or not you get the DLC, but the update with it does have improved tracking for the PSVR 2.
Right, okay.
There were some comments on the initial release, so just wanted to kind of call that out. They've made some improvements there, so you should be seeing that. And then there were some comments of, your lost balls found and some scores not saving properly. Those should also have been addressed. Just a different way to exit the game on the PlayStation that did not take into consideration that we don't have on the other platforms, and some other limitations on when we can fire off saves. So hopefully avoid some frustration for some players there.
That's good. Excellent. I had heard that actually, a few people saying about tracking issues, but I hadn't myself. Like I've, to be honest, with the PSVR 2 itself, I've had some tracking issues, but not necessarily in Walkabout.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I was in a similar situation in all the testing when I was going through during the port. I really didn't have many tracking issues. I did have a bit of an issue of when your controller would go out of your view, that it would kind of snap. But again, with this latest update from the Unity PSVR 2 plugin, that has essentially gone away completely for me. But I've heard others having, the world kind of moving and stuff, and they've suggested putting pillows on the ground or just allowing the PSVR 2 to be able to pick up things in the room, especially on the floor, and that's helped them. Other people have tried to lower the lighting a little bit or increase it, and that's helped them, and once they've done that, they've had no issues. But yeah, like yourself, I've had no issues. But, again, if you are having issues, please continue to tell us. Looking to carve out all the areas that are giving some people some issues here, as much as we can from a software perspective.
Yeah, no, that's admirable. Yeah, like I say, and Walkabout specifically, I think I've been pretty lucky. I haven't really had any issues at all. But yeah, with the PSVR in general, like it always seems to be either too light, too dark, and yeah, just I find getting the sweet spot on it is a lot more difficult than the Quest 2. But but yeah, no, it's a good bit of kit, definitely. Oh dear.
Yeah, I will say though the PSVR 2 do love that slightly larger field of view, and super happy that they've adopted kind of the VR standard controllers.
Yes.
And moved away from the wands. That makes our lives as developers a lot easier.
I can imagine.
Not having to come up with a whole different controller mapping.
Yeah, that was criminal that they persevered with that all throughout the PSVR 1. Every time you got a crack at a game, like I love the game Blood and Truth, but you think about how much better that game could have been on one of these controllers.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it was still, PSVR was dominating, and even with those controllers, so yeah, it was. Thank you. Yeah, it's probably the first time I made that shot up a hill, acting all casually. But yeah, no, I mean, I definitely had some issues with the PSVR 1 tracking when I did a port for Final Assault to the PSVR 1, but still a great system. But yeah, just again, huge shout out to Sony and the PSVR 2. I'm a very big fan. Also, the single cable and. Come on back.
It's coming.
Be happy with that.
Lucky, I think. Another one. Another. I'll call it skill again.
The amount of times during a playtest that I've tried to shoot it at this right here, hoping it would go over, and it's not a ramp. People,
no.
I'll let you know that.
It teases you, though. It looks like one. It does. It teases you.
Oh, very much so.
Oh, nice. I think that's, to me, it's the beauty of a lot of these courses. There's so many bits they're dangerous shots, but they tease you because you can see it, and you know that if you hit it right, then you're onto a winner, and you back yourself more often than you don't. But you've got to get it right, or you're in trouble.
It's funny you bring that up. We actually. We do a weekly kind of all hands meeting, and our designer for the holes kind of gave a 101 to the team, because while we are a 25-person team, we do and we're based in Austin, Texas. We have another office in Boise, Idaho, but
nice.
We are very much work from home for a lot of us, so we don't always get to see the inner workings behind everybody's work. And so a course designer kind of went through it, and that's one of the things that came up was the design of allowing for an option that is high risk, high reward, and kind of the psychology behind. If you give that to us as players, 9 times out of 10, we're going to take that shot.
Yeah.
For that riskier thing. And then also just kind of talked about some cool ways that they can kind of increase or decrease the difficulty of a hole with kind of like that's one of them, which is adding that type of element. If you don't have it, it can feel like a very easy hole because you do it the safe way and maybe even a bit boring. But then when you add that challenging shot, which I'm going to go for and miss.
Unlucky.
Then they we go for it and our score gets higher, and then it becomes a challenging hole because we can't resist. So it's very cool.
Oh no!
The whole thing. Oh, as robbery.
Yeah.
I think you can also get this into that little tree trunk to the right, but I've never done it.
Oh, I never even saw that. Oh, that's a hole in one if you get it in there, yeah.
I think so. It looks pretty.
Yep.
I was
That would
told
go.
about it in our last play test.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Aside,
That's clever, eh? Because I'm constantly looking for. I like trophies, and so I want the platinum in this game. But the trophy for, is it finishing 17 under par? I think it's 17 or 18, and that one's eluded me so far. So I'm always looking for potential options when I can try and get that.
oh, gotcha. Complete the hard courses in under par and do it
Yep.
with, all 8 of it. I'm actually glad you brought that up. As we updated the trophy description because I was a bit confusing. Is for those status trophies like novice status, legend status, and such, you need to get under par on the base 8 hard courses. So if
Right.
you do it in a DLC course, it won't count towards that. So
Oh, right, okay.
just wanted to, and we have updated those descriptions. Unfortunately, it required a patch build to do those updates. We couldn't do that on the live, and since we were kind of already in progress on Journey, I couldn't do a rapid patch there. But that was updated, and then someone else noticed we misspelled strokes
Oh dear.
in the snowman trophy. So appreciate it. Nice shot.
Oh no. Oh, got lucky again.
Oh, no way.
That should have
The
bounced
amount
out.
of times that this ball bounces out of this basin here, for me, is just unbelievable.
I think it's
I love
the time I played it before. It looks as if you have to hit it really hard, but it actually seems to work better with a little bit of a softer shot.
Yeah, I think you're right. Is either you kind of give it a little bit of love into the right water, or you do it, like you said, a little bit easier and ride the line. But I'm,
Oh,
of course,
it's looking
gonna
good.
talk like I can't do it, and I'm usually not this good. So.
But yeah, I think the well done
Thank you.
hole in one. It's such a cool way to end the course as well, with that going off.
Yeah. I like to when it takes us to the overview. You can still see it kind of going on 18 there for a couple of seconds afterwards. So
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, when you zoom out and you see the course sort of from like an overhead perspective like this, it really does sort of show you just how. I know you're saying obviously it takes you maybe 8-9 months to get a level ready, but the speed that you guys are now getting these out at, it's really, really impressive. Like, there's so much work goes into this. It would be so easy to say, right, we're making a new mini golf course, and this is the structure of each hole, and then just sort of fill it in as best you can and move on. But you can tell how much love has been put into all of this. Like, it's so impressive.
Yeah, I go back to the process and getting these courses into an alpha where we can get some early feedback on it, iterate it there, get into beta. So shout out to everyone who is on our Discord and in those groups and helps us with that. And yeah, I think this is actually, I've been here for about 9 or 10 months now. This is, I think, the first course that I've been on the team where it started while I was there and it has now come to release. So to be able to see it from where it was to where it is today is amazing. Especially, again, shout out to the art team, the tech art team.
Yeah.
It's just the lighting in here is so beautiful, and all these different areas, and the crystal cave and that basalt water area to the right over there, and it's just, yeah, it's beautiful.
It really is. Like, I mean, at this point, I think I've been reviewing games for just over 5 years. I think I've maybe gave out 2 or 3 10 out of 10s, and this is one of them.
That's awesome.
I generally, like, it would be very difficult to improve on it. All that's required is more content, and like I say, you're churning that out. The biggest compliment I can pay it is that I usually hate multiplayer, any sort of multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, busy life, and I use gaming to sort of escape and relax, and so almost any type of multiplayer I wouldn't entertain it. But this here, it's such a cool way to catch up with your friends. like everyone leads busy lives. You can't get to the pub as much as you want to. You can't meet up with your friends. But see, just being able to jump on here and play a couple of rounds and just shoot the shit with your friends, like it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. During COVID as well, it was a lifeline. It was.
Yeah, it really was. It was for a lot of people. It, like you said, it couldn't have come out at a better time in 2020 with COVID and,
yeah, absolutely.
like you said, and just where the VR space was at that time, and frankly still is. And so being able to grow with all of that is awesome. And yeah, just super proud to be able to work at a studio and with a team that's, been able to deliver this and hoping to help push it further and get into the more hands of more players. So
definitely. Well, look, I really appreciate you taking the time to come along and show off the new course with us. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really has. One of my favourite games. Got to speak to someone that helps make it. That's a bucket list thing right there. So yeah, no, much appreciated. Thank you for your time.
Enjoyed it, Craig. Yeah, no problem. Looking forward to talking to you more in the future.
Absolutely.
Again on the next release.
Definitely. I'd love that.
Awesome. Well, sounds good.
That's great.
Well,
so,
adios.
See you later. Thank you very much.